Good morning, listeners. Welcome to Hamogate Radio Communications. I'm so thrilled to have you join us for episode 3 of our life changing series, Equipping the Next Generation for Impact and Excellence. I'm still your host and anchor, Adeola Gbadebo, and together we'll explore how to harness your unique gifts and talents to make an impact in your world. But before we dive into today's topic, let's talk about last week's episode. Let's do some reflection. Last week's episode was a very powerful one. The power of vision, charting your path to greatness. So I'd like to ask you if you've started taking the steps to create and follow your vision. If yes, keep going. Kudos to you. Remember that the year is running already. And the earlier you craft a vision that inspires, propels, and gives you direction, the better positioned you would be to achieve greatness. If you haven't started, don't give up. I encourage you to start now. The best time to have started was last week when we did it. The next best time is now. So step up. Your future depends on this. Start it now. Today we are going to take a step further with a new topic: unleashing your potential, understanding your unique gifts. Unleashing your potential, understanding your unique gifts. Wow, this is a call to discover what makes you exceptional, what makes you different, what makes you stand out. You see, we're not all created the same, and there is no exact replica of you. You are not a photocopy of, or you are not, a replica of someone else. You are the original. There's no way you can copy someone. You can only be a very good, copy. The original will always stand out. You are the original self, so you need to discover what that originality God has put inside you. You also need to develop those gifts. You need to develop those gifts. For a seed in your hand is a potential forest. But the only way it can become that forest is if you plant it and allow it to grow. That's when it can become a forest. The only potential to become a forest is trapped in the development and growth of that seed. So you need to release those gifts to impact your world. I encourage you to grab your notebook, because today's discussion promises to be as transformative as the last one. Remember I told you, get one particular book and ensure that this is the book that all the series under this particular topic are put inside. You jot your notes inside that particular book so you can flow, because the topics have been arranged in such a way that one flows directly into the other, and then you can make the best of it. So, what are our unique gifts and talents? Your gifts are the natural abilities, the skills, and the passions that set you apart. They are unique in the sense that it's only for you. And that's why you discover that human beings have, when you use, biometric, where you are talking about biometric technology, you will discover that every human being has a unique set of biometrics, including our voice. No matter how close our voice may sound, how alike we may sound, we still are different. You have a unique set of fingerprints, the iris, and many other parts of our body that can be used for identity. And Each identity is unique on its own. Every human being has its own unique code that God put inside. Those codes are what helps you to develop your personalities, and those personalities that you have been exactly given to help you grow and shape your gifts. And then there are also the things that you are naturally passionate about. In the area of your gift, you will not struggle because you already have a unique set of abilities that helps you to do very well in those areas. So this could be anything from creativity, leadership, problem solving. You have people that right from their young age, they just assume leadership. They get into a place and the place is rowdy and they can just come in and put order into the place. I remember when I was in GSS 1, some years back, about how many years now? About 39 years ago. And I have a friend. We were just in the classroom. It was our first day in class. We were there. Everybody was just sitting down. There was no order and everything. Then he stood up and came to the front of the class and introduced himself. Said, "Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Can we have our seat? Have our seat?" And I noticed that this guy just stood up from our midst. I said, "My name is so. I'm your class captain, and I'd like to let you know that." There should be the NB noise while we are waiting for our teachers or people that will now direct the activities of the class. He spoke like he was given a script. Nobody made him a class captain. He just stepped up to the occasion. That's a natural leader. People have problem solving skills. Every time you have a child who who when every toy you give to that child is going to dismantle it looking for how maybe you have an engineer in the naturally gifted engineer you have, and then people have empathy to specific people, so they could have those gifts of help that they just want to contribute and make the world a better place through by the love that they give and their empathy. And you have such people, starting NGOs towards the betterment of humanities and all that. And it could be specific talents, like music. Some people are naturally musical. They have natural musical gifts. They right from when they were young, maybe they started playing instruments or they sing so well. Some people have very good writing skills. They can write a lot. I have a friend who, a female friend now, was my classmate in secondary school. She started writing poems and a lot and that. And sometimes she would send to me, give to me to help her proofread and all that. And then little wonder today, she's a writer. She's written at least 3 books that I know of now. And some people are generally gifted in public speaking. Public speaking. So these are some of the gifts that, and many more. Some people are artistic in nature. People who know how to draw. They can draw things. I for one, is an area that I will really struggle with. If I chosen to be an artist, a fine artist, I'll be a very, very terrible one. I'm not sure I can draw a perfect zero. I'm not sure I can even draw a pencil that will look nice. But there are people that this is their natural talent. There are people who also have the gifts of crafts. They can, they are handy people. If they hold, their they can do a lot of things with their hands. They know how to knit. They know different things, different crafts that they learn. Um, my elder sister used to knit, and all the covers we have for our TVs those days, for our for the tables, your table mat, and all those things. In fact, she also knit. I think, a cardigan for herself and all that. And now my daughter also picked up that gift. And incidentally, my sister sent her, gave her money to buy all our knitting kits, and she knits quite well. She's knitted a bag that she's using. She's currently knitting a cardigan. She does a lot. So people are naturally gifted that way. When we were small, the person who wanted to teach, who taught my sister how to knit, also wanted to teach me. Unfortunately, I struggled and struggled until I had to drop it because I was not naturally gifted in that area. So why do we need to discover these gifts? Why? Why do you need to discover these gifts? Discovering your unique gifts allow you to, do a certain things. Number one, it allows you to understand your purpose. It all allows you to understand your purpose because your talents are clues to your life's calling. When God created you for a purpose. You were supposed to come and do some things. You were supposed to come and bless humanity. You were supposed to unleash those gifts and, to make the world a better place. Imagine if the Wright brothers didn't test out their unique ability to create airplanes. Imagine all the inventions in the world, the electricity, all the technological inventions that have started way back and up till now. Imagine those things are taken out of this life, that these people never discovered those things. Imagine how difficult our life would have been. Now, the reason you need to discover these is because they are clues to what your life's calling is, to discover your purpose in life. It also helps you to stand out in a crowded world. There are many people who will be doing things that are similar to yours, but there's a uniqueness that you have that will make you stand out from the crowd. Your uniqueness gives you a competitive edge. When you're in the midst of contemporaries, it is that uniqueness that stands you out, that gives you your competitive advantage. It also helps you to be able to contribute to the society. When you use your gifts, you add value to your community and beyond. You add value to your community and beyond. So how do we discover? How do we develop and release our gifts? So what I'm saying is, you have to discover, you have to develop, you have to maximize those gifts, and then release it to the world. How do you discover? You need to reflect on your passion. What are the things that your heart longs after? Those things that you want to do. You also have to can seek feedback from others. People can tell you, you are really good at this singing. You have a beautiful voice. This really, this is really a beautiful, work of art. Wow, you paint so well. You listen to feedback from people and analyze what comes naturally to you. There are things that you are just good at it naturally. Yes, you still need to grow them to become better and better, but naturally you're already almost good with it. It is natural about you. I want to recommend a book that can help us in that area. The title of the book rather, is Shape, SHAP, Unique Purpose for Life, by Eric Ries. Eric Ries. Eric, ERIK. Ries is REES. Shape, SHAP, Unique Purpose for Life, by Eric Ries. If you can lay your hand on that book, it will be a good one to help you discover. Now, how do you develop? You need to take courses. You need to groom your gifts. You need to keep practicing with it. The more you do it, the better you become at it. To be a good singer, you must keep singing. To be a good writer, you must keep writing. To be a good artist, you must keep drawing and painting and doing all those things in line. The more you do it, the better you become at it. And You can also take courses, take some courses on it, take some go to seminar, attend meetings where you have like-minded people. Find a mentor in that area, and then, like I said, you need to practice consistently to refine your skills. If you want to play the piano, you want to play the guitar, you want to play the violin, you want to do so many things. If you want to be very good with coding and any craft or anything you find your hand doing, it is practice that makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you keep becoming at it. So you need to develop it. How do you maximize? You also need to maximize it. You have to find opportunities to use your gifts. You must find all opportunities to use your gift in ways that make a difference. That's the only way you can maximize it. That's when people will know, we know that she sings well. That's why people begin to invite you to places. If you speak well, if you are good in training, if you're a good public speaker, if you are a good musician, or you're a good singer, if you don't look for opportunities where to release those gifts, where to display your gifts, no one would know that you are that good. If you don't have the opportunity, where you have to look for opportunity where you can use those gifts, and most times those opportunities will come in places where you probably not be paid. But that's when you get known. When you are now known, that's where you begin to reap some benefits from it, and you also need to release it. Share your talents with the world. Start a project about it. You can join a course and create, or you can create something impactful about through your gifts. There are people who sing and people get emotionally healed. There are people who who can talk, who can give a talk, and those talks are so inspiring that it can spur people into positive action. There are people who are also very skilled, in one craft or the other, who are artists who draw so well, and those paintings and drawings cost a fortune. Cost a fortune. There are so many things that we can do. Imagine Hilda Bassi, who cooks so well and has learned so many culinary skills, and she broke the world record. Yes, and she came to limelight. Everybody now knows Hilda Bassi, and she's mentoring people. So if you have people, like, you can get people close to someone like that, get across to her on social media. She'll be able to mentor you and all that. But you have to release what God has given you to the world. You have to release it to the world. So I asked a question. Why is this crucial for young people? Why? The world is constantly evolving, and the youth are at the forefront of change. The youth are at the forefront of change. So understanding and maximizing your unique gifts equips you to make a lasting impact. That means your contributions can solve problems. It can create opportunities and inspire others. You make a lasting impact. You make a lasting impact. So people come to the stage to perform their craft, and you can begin to see the impact, even moments, hours after you have left the place. You are still being impacted. Sometimes it becomes a lifetime changing, moment that can change your direction. It also helps you. It is also good so that you can build a legacy. Build a legacy. Talent, the talents that were well utilized can create enduring legacies that benefit generations. How many years ago did the Wright brothers, make their first airplane? How many years after now we're still enjoying it? Look at the Isaac Newtons, the Michael Faradays, their inventions. Look at the Henry Fords of this world. Their inventions have outlived them. They've become, oh yes, they become far better, but they invented it. People wouldn't have thought towards that direction if they didn't think that way. Yet generations after, we're still reaping the benefits of what they did. Many of us didn't know them. We didn't meet them. They died decades and centuries ago, but their impact is still felt in this generation. It also helps you to achieve fulfillment as a young person. There is joy and satisfaction in living out your purpose. When you are living your purpose, you are living your dream. You are impacting your world. You are dishing out from your gifts that you have now so grown, so developed, and you are releasing it every day that you release those gifts, and you stand to give people, to inspire people with that. You will get fulfillment. When you stand and you can see that you are putting a smile on people's faces. When you stand and you can see that what you are doing is helping people. When you know, imagine if you created an app that is now solving a lot of issues for Nigerians, for people of the world. Every time you see your app in use, it gives you a feeling of fulfillment. You're fulfilled. And that's one good feeling that no one can explain to you. You can only experience it. Now, there are examples of people who are already impacting their world through their gifts. Ooh, let's start from home. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, a fantastic writer. She's an award-winning author whose storytelling ability has shed light on African culture and global social issues. You know, I watched her one day, and she was just speaking. She was just telling stories. There's a way that she's got so good with coining her words and just telling her stories that captivated the whole room. And when she was done, we all knew that this is someone who is unleashing our gifts to the world. That could only have been a gift. That could only have been a gift. You know, the book, Half of a Yellow Sun, inspires readers worldwide. It's a best-selling book, and it's not only a book, there's also a movie, inspired a movie, also Half of a Yellow Sun. And, you know, she's written several poems, several other write-ups also that is impacting this world. I love this guy. He's from South Africa, Trevor Noah. He's a comedian that you know is such. His comedy is unique. You know, he doesn't insult people. He just talks about the uniqueness of people. So I watched a program where he talked about the average Nigerian and the way we speak and our mannerisms and all that. And he spoke about South Africans' mannerisms also. And you're just talking about mannerisms all over the world and what makes people different culturally, but how we all revolve around the same set of things. And it was so beautiful, very funny, yet informative. Gave us a lot of information, tons of information, but we laughed our heart out. You know, there are a lot of comedians in Nigeria these days, even though they're you know, long ago when Alibaba started, and he was doing a lot in comedy. Now the comedy industry has been so revolutionized, but you will see some people are so unique that they stand out. And you could see a lot of creativity around it. Some use music to you know, to create their kind of you know, their comedy, and like they sing with it and all that. Like you have the Kenny Blacks of this world. Some they can't even organize a drama. Some people, you know, you see drama, music, and all that combined. Like you have the Wuli Agba, you know, and you know so many of them with different styles also. Another person I like to talk about is Serena Williams. Serena Williams on the global stage, one of the best talents that has been unleashed onto tennis, to the tennis world. Such a talent, a legend. She has leveraged her athletic talents to inspire women and advocate for equality in sports. She's done so much, won so many awards, and the way she played have inspired so many young people to want to do what she does. And she's a symbol of perseverance and resilience. A symbol of perseverance and resilience. Who, of course, last I don't know if we can ever stop talking about Elon Musk. You know, who through his visionary thinking and technological innovation, Musk has revolutionized multiple industries, from electric vehicles, the Teslas, to space exploration on SpaceX, and is even thinking of newer things and all that. So we have people who have already, and one will think that with Tesla, that Elon Musk is the richest person in the world, and that what is he looking for? So you see, this one of the things, that's clarification I wanted to make. This is not about making money, although you would make money, but it's not the money that is inspiring you. It is your love for humanity, the passion that you have that lives in you, that propels you to give these gifts. The others are just rewards, the money and the fame and all that. They're just rewards that will come towards it. Now, so I want to thank you for tuning into today's broadcast, as we have learned that your unique talents are your superpower. They are your superpower, and they are meant to be discovered. I know we all know about the superhero stories. They always start out not knowing that they have such powers until they begin to see that they could do some little other things. And the more, you could see that in most superhero stories, they are trained, they are led to a place or led to a person who helps them to sharpen those gifts and to be able to use those their unique abilities to their advantage. And then they will now grow it, and then they are completely unleashed to the world. You are the next superhero that the world is looking for. You are the next superhuman being. You are the next one that is supposed to discover or supposed to unleash your gift to the world, that the world may benefit from you. You are not only supposed to discover it, you are supposed to develop it and share with the world. The world needs you. The world needs what only you can offer. So start today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Send your questions and feedback to our email, contact@theamogate.org. Or you can connect with us on WhatsApp. We're on WhatsApp. You can send us your messages. You can send a voice note, and we'll respond to them. Our WhatsApp number is +234 810 999 6666. I'll take it again, +234 810 999 6666. So don't forget to follow us on our social media handles, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and on Facebook at the Amogate, so you can get some updates and inspiration from us. Now, this broadcast runs every Monday by 5 p.m. West African time, which is 11 a.m. Eastern time. Now, for another, so we can have another empowering episode. Until then, I want you to remember these quotes. Everyone has talent. What's rare is the courage to follow it to the dark places where it leads. Everyone has talents. What is rare is the courage to follow it to the dark places where it leads. Your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, next week, Monday, I'd like you to stay inspired, stay focused, and remember to unleash your potential. You're the next superhero the world is waiting for. Thank you.